Hello, welcome to my YouTube. My name is Hunter. Thank you for joining me today. If you haven't noticed, I'm a little obsessed with plants, a self-declared plant gay. Anyway, today we are going to be potting up some cuttings that I have been rooting for a month or so now. The roots are looking pretty darn rooted, so we're gonna plant them. Before we get started, if you could please hit subscribe to stay up to date and get notified when I upload videos. And if you could also follow me on Instagram, link will be in description. All right, let's get started. Let's plant some cuttings. Let's see, I'm gonna start with this one. This is a Philodendron Squamiferum. I love its little fuzzy petioles. Anyway, let's pot the thing. And I'm actually trying a new soil today, so hopefully this goes well. I'm sure it will. It is a FoxFarm soil, so I know it's good quality. I just have not used this one. The place I went normally did not have the soil I wanted, which is FoxFarm's Ocean Forrest. This is FoxFarm's Cocoa something or other, I can't remember the name, but I will let you know for sure. And so I filled the pot up most of the way with, well, not most of the way, 3/4 of the way with soil. And then I put that cutting in there, and now I'm just topping it off, making sure the roots are fully covered, which they are not yet. And I'm making a mess, as you can see, but we'll clean that up later. All right, and that one is done. All right. Let's do these Tetraspermas now. I'm just gonna go through and make sure all have sufficient enough roots. I think we will be good. You should make sure that your cuttings have at least an inch or two of roots before planting them. And I think all of them, but this one do. And we're just gonna pull that one out just in case. I'd rather be safe than sorry, since I do plan on selling these. Obviously, I wanna give good quality plants and not have any of them dying off. And I did let these guys soak for a little bit in some soapy water just to kill off any pests that could be hiding from me. Speaking of pests, there's a gnat, because those are annoying to get rid of. And I'm just gonna placing these throughout the pot. And I'm actually gonna grab my shears real quick. I don't like how long this stem is, so I'm gonna cut it down a little bit. Make sure I don't get the roots. Obviously, we don't want that. A lot of these already have sprouts coming through too, so they'll be growing a vine in no time. If you have not rooted a Tetrasperma yet, honestly, it's probably one of the easiest plants I've ever propagated. And they grow like crazy. They're not finicky or picky in any way, and their cuttings root quick. I 100% recommend this plant. All right, and now we're just gonna kind of fill it with some more soil. And if you have like tiny little sprouts like that coming up, or new vines, if you slightly cover it with the soil, it's not gonna be a big deal. It will grow out of the soil. Sometimes it's hard to avoid that. Love that. Sometimes your hands are just easier. And just making sure that I am getting all of that fully covered. Kind of organizing them so they look a little more aesthetic in the pot. And I always like to tap mine down a little bit, just in case there's any air pockets. That way the soil will get in those. You do not want air pockets in your pots because then water can kind of get trapped there and you're more likely to get root rot. And this cutting here had some funky roots. I don't know if you can kind of see those. I don't think I'm gonna get them covered successfully, to be honest. It's got plenty of other roots, so I'm not too concerned if those ones die off, but we will try to cover them. All right, and that Tetrasperma is done. Just clean this up a bit. On to the next. Just found this one. So looks like I got another Tetrasperma cutting. Now we're gonna do the Cebu Blue. She's still a little wet from her little bath. I never thought I would like this plant, and then I found it and I was like, I have to have it. And it was honestly kind of an impulsive buy, but I'm glad I got it. Anyway, just to fill that up, I'm gonna do probably another scoop. I think I'm gonna do one more. That was too much. 1.5. There we go. Now I'm just gonna start filling on the side. I don't know if everyone's this messy, but I am. And this one I'm not splitting up because I could tell it was all rooted. And the way it was kind of all rooted together, I didn't want to break any roots separating it. And honestly, it kind of just is easier to pot that way too. And this one's already starting to trail. This one I would say is a fast grower as well. So definitely recommend this plant too. I love its like almost silvery leaves, silvery blue leaves. All right, she's cute, oh my God. All right, everyone, here are the 4 pots of cuttings I potted up. This golden pothos you did not see because my phone just decided to stop filming, so that's really cool for me. Anyway, you should comment which one is your favorite. Y'all might know this, you might not, but I'm a philodendron fanatic, so I gotta say the Philodendron Squamiferum is by far my favorite. Its mother plant is absolutely beautiful. You'll probably see it someday. I will say a close second though is the Tetrasperma. But yeah, comment which one is your favorite out of those 4. And also, sorry if you can hear screaming outside because apparently people just go in the alleyway behind my apartment and like to scream. Alrighty, thanks again for joining me today. Be sure to subscribe if you gained anything from this video, if you liked it. If you could follow me on Instagram too, that would be amazing. The link will be in the bio, or not the bio, but the description. There will be some other links in there. Just check them all out. Have a good time. And we'll see you next week.